This
I
piano's
noticed.
had a lot of wear, actually.
Okay, see, and I was told it didn't, but it obviously has. And you could see on the ebonies, you see some, what, chips?
It's dipping. It's like it's worn.
So they're dipped, the leveling
Well,
of the...
maybe it's just this one. It may be that this one chipped and they tried to sand it.
I see.
But there's...
It's been worn. It had some
you
playing.
can see by the roundedness, the way they're rounded at the front and not at the back.
Yeah.
You can tell that there's quite a bit of wear on these things.
Okay.
Because ebony is a pretty hard wood. And you were asking about the graying on the...
Yeah, the graying, that
so-
I've never seen that on a piano of any kind.
Yeah, I think what they did is they put some kind of dye on these sharps, and it's your fingers are bringing it from the sharps onto.
Is that right?
Yep.
So
we can try and
actually,
clean that off. We'll use.
That's interesting. So you're saying that when I play the sharps note, that I get that pigment on my fingers and then transfer it to the keys, and not from the pigment directly to the white keys of my own finger pigment.
Yeah, it's not coming from your finger.
Oh.
That's why it's gray. When you said gray, I thought, gray?
I know. I've never seen that. We've
Right.
never seen this before.
Right. So I think, basically somebody was doing a cleanup job on this piano, and they probably used shoe dye, black.
On the what? On the black
On
keys?
Yeah.
So they would be like painting the black keys, so to
Yeah,
speak?
because, you might not know this. Everybody thinks ebony is black, but it's not.
Yeah.
Ebony is black with red highlights.
Really?
Yeah. And so in order to get a uniform black color, they have to be dyed. And almost every ebony that you'll ever see, it's been dyed. I don't know about every, but most ebony is dyed. But there's dye and then there's dye. Some dye goes in and...
So this wasn't good dye then?
Well, either that or, they didn't put any finish over the dye.
Oh.
Or if they did, that finish is worn through and now the dye is exposed to your finger oils. And so, you're probably dissolving it with your fingers. And
yeah, because every time I try to clean it, it looks like I'm cleaning the key, and then a few minutes later after I play, it's back in the key.
Well, there's the answer right there.
So the solution would be to clean to treat the black keys then?
Yeah, what they need to do is probably, you should probably strip them, and then
so strip the
either
black...
dye them or not dye them, but then put a finish coat over them to keep the oils out.
So what about a superficial treatment of the of whatever's in the white keys? Could that be removed? Whatever we see there right now in this moment in time, or not? Is there anything
I'll get my Windex out and I'll clean it.
That's what I heard about Windex.
Windex works great. Yeah.
So you have to.
But I don't know if it'll take off dye. Sorry, but.
So you're talking about putting the Windex. Oh, because the dye is what's being transferred on there.
Yeah, because it's dye. Now, we know that the dye doesn't stay very well because it's coming off of the sharps. But,
Interesting.
Yeah, and so it'll probably come off of the ivories too, but, any kind of dark color on white is not a good idea.
So the person whoever did that wasn't at the manufacturing level. That was at some other level
That was at
of maintenance.
Fixing this piano up to sell it level.
Oh.